for in a man?
So let me say this before I say, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Before I say what I want, what I desire in a man, let me say this. There is nothing that a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I multiply it. Nothing. I don't care if he worked at Burger King. By the time we get finished, he gonna own a chain of them. There is nothing a man I love couldn't put in my hands and I can't multiply. So let me put that right here. Let me say what I desire. The Bible doesn't give a whole lot of information necessarily on how we date. But we can look at the characteristics of God to determine
What? The Bible give you all the instruction that you need to know and how to date. I disavow what you're saying.
Type of person we want. So I'm not telling you a person that I want to date. I'm telling you what I want from a husband. So from a husband, I desire a man who has very clear vision. He is clear about purpose and destiny, not just for himself, but a man who you marry has to be able to cultivate what is in and on you as well. So I can't have a man who is unclear about where he is going and who is intimidated by what and who I am. He has to be able to help me cultivate what I am as well. So I desire clear vision. I desire clear purpose. I need definition. I'm not a go with the flow type of woman. I need to know where we going, what we doing, what's the destination. I thrive. Hear this. I thrive when I know what's going on and I shouldn't have to ask you. I need you to lay out the plan for us. Take me on a drive.
What? Why are they cheering? This is crazy. Oh Lord, this is so bad. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Buddy, this is a long video of just women talking nice things so the woman in the crowd can feel good about what she's saying. 100%. Because she said she desire some things in a man. If the man work at Burger King, she's gonna multiply what he brings home. And, you know, you need to have a plan. And this is where we're going. This is where we're heading. And if we walk in a room, simplifying this, because she said a lot, man. Like, if we walk into a room, I better be the baddest thing in that room. You better worship me. That's pretty much what she's saying here, man. This woman, I wouldn't trust a word coming out of her mouth because this woman is evil. First of all, and then she said, the Bible doesn't tell you how to find a relationship. The Bible tells you how to find a relationship. First of all, the Bible says, don't go look for a relationship. The Bible says, seek after what is right, and then everything else will be added onto you, which means serve God in truth and in the spirit, and everything else will be added onto you. But guess what? She wants you to have a plan. She wants you to know where we're going. She wants you to know that you're going to buy that land. She wants to know what you're planning so she can judge you and say, oh, this looks like a man. And by telling her all of these things, she's going to be in her imagination thinking about the future and thinking about the past and said, oh, those other guys that I date didn't have a plan. This guy seems like he knows where he's going. So she's like, oh yeah, this is the guy that I want. And that is crazy because now you're in a movie because you're getting this girl that you idolize, that you have made your God. Because guess what? Now you stop seeking after what is right and you're seeking after this woman, and you have put her on a pedestal above God. Now she's your God because you're conforming to what she wants. She said you better have a plan. Okay, I have a plan. She said you better know where you're going. Okay, I know where I'm going. Okay, I'm buying this house at this date, this time, this, that. Now you're conforming to her. She is your God. She's telling you what to do, and you were doing it. And you're being controlled out of fear to conform to what she wants, and you're not even realizing it, right? Which is interesting, right? All she wants is to control and manipulate you and build for you. God says, the God's Prayer, if you read the God's Prayer, I don't remember, but if you read the God's Prayer, it says, He will give you your daily bread. So there's nothing to worry about. There's no future to think about. There's nothing to think about. Just live. And God will add things onto you. He clearly says that. That's how you're supposed to live your life. That's how you're supposed to live, not seeking after a woman. And it's because she's seeking after a man and she have these things in place, and the man is seeking for a woman and he has this thing in place instead of just having a way to see. That's why they both end up in situation that doesn't work, because they judge each other, and by judging each other, this person have what I want, this person have what I want. They're only being with you for their own reason and selfish reason. There's no God in that relationship. And because there's no God in it, you're going to stop doing something that she likes or what he likes. You're both going to fight for that same feeling to give back each other. And by doing that, you're evil, because you only be with this person for how they make you feel. And because you start off the relationship of how that person make you feel, it's evil, because you have to be in your imagination, your thoughts, to get the feelings which comes from the devil and get you to act. Those feelings that you have, it's not love. It's hate in disguise. It's resentment. It's judgment. And you're playing God. What a mess! What a mess! Which is crazy, man. And she's up here talking all of these nice things, and a woman in their thoughts say, yes, girl, go. Yes, that's the man. And they're clapping and having this gulu afa hooping and all the time, feeling good about the situation, not seeing that this woman is evil. This woman is selling them a dream, a lie, for them to go out in the world and look for this type of man to set themselves up to be failures in relationship. She's evil. And because she makes you feel good, you're judging her. You're judging this woman on stage. So, oh, she seemed like such a good woman. You know, she's saying all the good things I want to hear. And these thoughts are rushing to your head. And you are identifying with them. And those thoughts are from the devil, because God says, your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your will is not my will. Put all thoughts and all imagination against the knowledge of God, put them into captivity. But yet, we're up here judging and whooping and hollering and praising people because they make you feel good. And don't realize that she's controlling you by making you feel good. But guess what? You're asleep. You are asleep. You are asleep. And you don't realize that you've identified with your thoughts, which is the devil, and it's controlling you. And people who are probably asleep, because if they're awake, they would never do it, they're asleep as well, and they're using it to control you. So it's evil controlling evil and making more evil come into the world. Isn't that interesting? God said, seek after what is right. Nothing but what is right. Worship me in truth and in spirit. And everything that you need will be added onto you, because you don't even know what you want. God knows what you need. but the desire and the ego that you have will tell you what you want, which is the false nature. And because you have identified with the false nature, it's going to tell you what you want. But guess what? You will get it. It will give it to you. Don't get me wrong. You will sometime get it. Feels so good. You get the money, the car, the woman, the babe, everything. And yet you're still unhappy. Yet you're still unhappy. And then you have to chase after another woman to get that good feeling that you start off with that relationship with. Yet you have to buy another car. Yet you have to buy another house to feel good. And then it disappears again. And you have to find another woman. You have to have a polygamous relationship now to make those feelings come back. Because you can't be happy. And yet you think you get all of these things going to make you happy. Yet you get the woman, you think you're going to love her, when deep down you hated her. Because if you love her, how can you go and get another woman? You were just using her for your own contentment, for your own reasons, for your own selfishness, to make yourself feel good. And she's doing the same thing too, because whenever you stop making her feel good, she's going to go for the other guy that will talk nice to her, that will make her feel good, that will tell her things she wants to hear when you stop doing it. Because she was controlling you. And when you stop doing it, she's going to tell you that it's not the same anymore. I don't feel how we used to feel in the beginning of the relationship. Because you're not validating her anymore. She's telling you that I can't control you anymore. You're not doing what I want. And then both of you are fighting your relationship for what you want from each other. What a mess, huh? When really, if you were seeking after what is right and be one with God, you won't need anything from no one. Because you will have peace. This is a long video, man. My videos are getting longer. Because there's a lot to unpack from these videos, from these people just speaking nonsense. But I understand. They cannot see. You know? Let me know what you think, man.